Hey foodies, it's Marisha, and if you did not know this, I am technically a fisher girl. My dad started taking me fishing when I was 4 years old, and it was like our thing growing up, and I've been dying to get back onto the ocean waters. So until then, what I did do was buy a big old fish, and when he said, "How do you want it?" I said, just throw it in the bag. He looked at me like, "What? Just throw it in the bag?" Just throw it in the bag. I got it from here, sir. Not to mention, I'm paying for that whole fish. And that's a big old fish. And if you're going to take away stuff from my fish, I'm going to have a say in it. So, I purchased a big old bluefish. I brought it home. And I'm going to show you guys how to fillet a big fish. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to this channel and press on the notification bell to get the notifications. Let's get started. Today, we're going to fillet a fish. You want to make sure that the eyes are nice and clear. The flesh should be springy to the touch. It's a light fishy smell. It's not strong. Like, oh my goodness, something's wrong. Something died. Gills look nice and bright and pink on the inside. That looks kind of gross also. I'm going to close it. I know, I'm going to close it. There's a way to just fillet your fish without having to gut it or cut the head off. Ohemgee Foodie. These aren't too sharp, but they're still dangerous. This is a bluefish, so different, fish are going to have different fins. So I'm just making an initial cut right up under the fin. I'm using a fillet knife. I just sharpened it. This is the knife that you would typically use for meats and fish because it is super thin, it's a little bit flexible, and it just allows you to fillet. It's like perfect for that. You would also, before anything, take the scales off of the fish, but I'm gonna actually skin the fish, so I'm gonna leave the scales on. That would be a whole mess. But if you wanted to, you would take it over a sink, cold running water over it, and with the back of your knife, just go against the skin and take all those scales off. It's gonna be like a diagonal until I can't go anymore, and then that's when I've reached the spine. And I'm avoiding all of the guts, which will be right here along the white part of the fish, and then the spine will be right here. You can usually see it because, of course, you've got a fin. So I'm gonna make another little cut down here. And go all the way along the spine, going right above those fins. And now I've got one fillet started. So at this point, this is where I can just easily, with the very tip of my knife, just kind of stroke it. I'm going against all of the bones, so I'm leaving the bones there. I have that initial cut that I made up here to guide me. Look how beautiful that looks. And then, now I'm cutting up against the belly. And just cut, make little thin slices, and there is one fillet of bluefish. Woo. Now, just like with the chicken or anything that you're filleting, if you see little pieces that you just didn't get the first time, you could definitely just go up against the bone and just trim those away, and then that would be like considered fish nuggets or something. Like, you could fry those or just saute them. I don't have much here, but same thing. Look, we avoided the stomach. One time I filleted a fish and another fish came out, and I said, I'm gonna just, if I can go around that, I'm gonna go around that. Same thing with the other side. Make your initial cut right here at an angle under the fin. And then you can start to just kind of go along with the super sharp knife. Your knife is really going to help you a lot. And of course, if you have a fish that has a crossbone where it's got bones not only going this way but up that way, like salmon, you're going to have to cut harder to go through those bones. And then you would pick those out later on. Okay, there's my second fillet. Put that over there. You could use this and make fish stock. This is perfect for fish stock. I've got a whole tail here. There's meat all on this bone. Here are my beautiful fillets. I saved the spine and the tail, and that'll be my stock. I have some little fish bits over here as well. So now I'm just gonna skin the fish and then cut it into my fillet pieces. You're gonna start at the tail, make a little cut. And once you have that first initial cut, you could pretty much wiggle your knife all the way through. I'm holding my knife at, what's that, like a 90-degree angle? And I'm just running along because you don't want to leave a bunch of meat on the skin. You want it to be as clean as possible. Most of the work is actually coming from my left hand. And I'm just kind of letting my knife just stay in place. Just grab from the middle.
Brilliant.
And there's my skin. And you could use a scale if you want to do 4 ounces, 6 ounces. I'm at home, so I'm just going to do what I want to eat. This looks really, really, really good.
It does.
It's a pretty big fish, so it would typically be easier if you have like a normal 9-10 inch fish. And here is my finished bluefish. And if you've never seen a bluefish, yes, this is the color that they're supposed to be. They're kind of like a bluish purple, a semi-firm, semi-soft fish. Very, very flavorful. They're one of my favorite fish. Let me know below what your favorite fish is, and if you've ever filleted a fish, or if you rather just say, you know what, I'll just get that done for free at the market. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye, foodies.
Bye.
In culinary school, I had already went to a previous culinary school for a year. So I already came to my next culinary school. I already had knowledge of how to fillet a fish, right? The easy way. So we were given a huge pile of fish, and there was a group of 4 guys and then me. No lie, no lie. I had filleted 15 fish, and the time that it took them to fillet 3. It made me look like, oh my gosh, she's a filleted master. But really, it's y'all. Why are y'all gutting the fish if you only have to get the meat that's on the outside? Especially if you're at home and you don't have like a big old kitchen to do all types of big nasty things. You just need to get the job done and then move on so you can eat. Let me know what you would like to see next below, and I will see you guys soon. Bye, foodies.